This video will be focusing on the proper form when approaching a conventional squat as well as a pistol squat, a more advanced bodyweight movement. The primary muscles at work in a squat are your quadriceps, adductors, and glutes. When setting up for a squat, you want to make sure that your feet are about shoulder width apart, they are lined up symmetrically with each other, and your feet are slightly externally rotated, pointed outwards instead of being straight forward. To begin the movement, you want to make sure that you have your chest up and that you aren't hunched over or rounded. You want to brace your core first, then initiate the squat by driving your hips backwards and lowering yourself down into the squat. You want to keep in mind that you should be centering your weight around the middle or hind foot, being your heel, still making sure to have your whole foot planted on the ground. Shifting your weight to your toes and allowing your knees to drive past your toes during the squat places unnecessary strain on your knees. At the bottom half or seated portion of the squat, you typically want your thighs to be parallel to the ground. However, this may vary from person to person depending on your mobility. And on the upward phase of the squat, you want to make sure that you are driving the movement by pushing through your midfoot and heel all the way to hip extension. And for each rep, you want to try to maintain this form as close as possible to get the full benefits from the squat. Unlike a traditional squat, where your weight is evenly distributed between both legs, in a pistol squat, one leg will bear the weight of your entire body. A key factor in pistol squats is balancing, making sure your center of gravity is below you and over your heels so you don't fall off to the side. Hip mobility plays a factor in that in regards to how deep you'll be able to go into the squat and the positional strength you have to keep the posture in both the lowering and standing phases. When doing a pistol squat, your arms and leg off the ground act as a counterbalance to keep your body stable as you sink into the squat. And at the bottom half or seated phase, you still want to make sure that your knee isn't driving past your toes and your thigh is at least parallel to the ground. On the upward phase, you still want your weight centered on your middle or hind foot as you drive upwards to hip extension. Pistol squats are an advanced bodyweight exercise, so it is suggested that you practice them using a chair to train the movement pattern, then gradually lower your seat until you build the strength and balance to do a pistol squat freely.